Nice! A whole chapter devoted to a scientist. Huh. Not even considered the smartest scientist of the entire time. Newton. Now we're going to talk about Newton here. It's about Newton. It's basically going to be a biography of what he did. But it's going to be exciting. How do we know that there's retinas, the cone, and the rods at the end of our eye? Because he opened it and used the needle to poke it and then squeeze the eye so that he can see the colorful stuff. And he even drew some drawings of it. Also, it must have been really painful. I'm so surprised he doesn't have an eye patch. And he was even called less of a scientist. He wasn't the first thinker, but he was the last of magicians. In fact, he did so many odd things that he was probably considered a physicist or a scientist at the time. In fact, he made 3 rules that were extremely easy to understand. Because of those 3 extremely easy to understand rules, he was basically like, hey, I want to be the one who understands these rules, so let's make a math textbook that makes this overly hard than it should be. That happens, and then he tries to publish it to the Royal Society of Scientists, and they're all like, this is too complicated than we need to, and we've already published a book that was about fissures, and this seems to be more complicated than it needs to be, so no, we're rejecting the idea. Unless you're going to make it simpler, we're not accepting this book. And the only reason Newton was saved was because a different publisher decided to publish the whole darn thing. And now I see why this thing broke. Part of the magnet broke. Which is bad, isn't it? Yes, it is. Now, Newton devoted his entire life to physics. And he even started talking about the 3 laws of motion. In fact, the first law basically says that something will stay still until something else until an external force acts upon it, like pushes upon it or stops it for something. The second law is like something will keep moving until something stops it, like friction. And the third law basically says every action has an equal or opposite reaction. But if you do it to the ground will push back to you. Like if you stand on ground, it will push back with the same amount of force. And that's pretty much what Newton goes ahead. He's the one who created calculus, and he's the reason why we call some units for catapult fling and shooting newtons. And his longtime rival was Robert Hooke, the guy who made the magnifying glass, and arguably the microscope. And he goes ahead, and Robert Hooke's all like, yay, 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 yay! I found a theory. And Newton's like, no, I found a theory. No, I found a theory. No, I found a theory. Me first. And Robert Hooke died, and then Newton became the president of the Royal Society, and he's all like, destroy everything related to Robert Hooke. What about? We'll destroy everything but the official painting of Robert Hooke. No, destroy even that. No. Fine! Destroy everything you can find about Robert Hooke! And that's what I would have seen it happen. And that's where I'm going to leave the story here. So I guess until next time, Schnan out. Peace. I wonder if this is a good idea.